Hi, I'm Fred Johnson. This is Airailimages Video Magazine number 38. I'll be your host. What started as a review of photos of an aging single-engine consolidated Fleetster became a fascinating look around an anonymous airport in the post-war 1940s. Wonderful rarities are visible behind every quadrant of the subject airplane. Lockheed Lightnings dot the field. A low-wing Stinson trimotor keeps company with the consolidated Catalina. Numerous Vultee Valiant trainers are parked everywhere. A DC-3 or C-47 can be seen in the distance, as can a tower on the corner of a building, faint but familiar, perhaps a vital clue to this amazing scene. It looks like the tower attached to a structure at the old Grand Central Air Terminal in Glendale, California. At the end of World War II, Grand Central hosted surplus military aircraft for sale. The airport had a technical school, Cal Aero, that eventually closed in the 1950s, as did the whole airfield. That tower and building survived as part of a business park, and that low-wing Stinson trimotor may help date the photos. It is said only one of that model existed after the war, and it crash-landed in Alaska in 1947. That suggests this photo was made between 1945 and 47. It was an era when surplus aircraft flooded the market, a time before many people realized the need for preserving the planes that had just won the war. Maybe some of the Lockheed Lightnings survived into the Warbird era, and the Stinson trimotor is probably the restored example heralded today as the last survivor of its type. For now, let the moody ambiance of these vintage photos transport you to another time, another place. Boeing VC-137C at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force was the first jet aircraft built specifically for use by the President of the United States. During its 36-year flying career, it carried 8 sitting presidents and countless heads of state, diplomats, dignitaries, and officials on many historic journeys known as Special Air Missions, SAM. Bearing the unique call sign SAM 26000, this aircraft provided safe, reliable, and comfortable air transportation for the President and other key personnel to locations around the world. Whenever the President was on board the aircraft, the call sign changed to Air Force One, a special designation established in 1953 to avoid confusion with other aircraft in flight. This presidential aircraft was retired in 1998 at a time when it was no longer the primary jet for Air Force One. In June 1963, this aircraft flew President John F. Kennedy to West Berlin, where he assured continued American support in the face of communist threats and the construction of the Berlin Wall. SAM 26000 was in the spotlight in connection with events following the assassination of President Kennedy on 22 November 1963 in Dallas, Texas. Hours later, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as the new president aboard SAM 26000. The aircraft then carried Kennedy's body and President Johnson back to Washington, D.C. An interior bulkhead was cut to permit the placement of the casket carrying President Kennedy in the aircraft. That cut is visible in the museum's display.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
And thank you for watching Airailimages Video Magazine number 38.